Henry Cavill has seen his star power and popularity grow after becoming Superman. He went from being a Superman to a CIA agent when he partnered with Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible: Fallout. And of course, as the professional rise comes to the star's life, we want to know more about them, right? So, join us to find out 10 things you didn't know about Henry Cavill. Number 10. Is he a gamer? We all know Henry Cavill for his movies, but you might be surprised to learn that the famous actor also has a bit of nerdy side as a devout video gamer. When he's not making movies, Cavill likes nothing more than getting down to some serious gaming. His devotion had almost catastrophic effects when he prioritized a game of World of Warcraft over a call from a filmmaker, Zack Snyder. The director was calling to offer Cavill the role of Superman, but Cavill decided to give it a miss. I saw it was him, but the thing is, you can't save World of Warcraft. You can't pause it. It's live, the actor explained to Conan O'Brien. Fortunately, Snyder called back, and the subsequent conversation proved a game changer. And while Cavill is now an A-list movie star, video games are still very much a part of his life. I've always been a gamer. My dad introduced me to PC gaming when I was very young, and I have memories of playing games with my brother at the dining table. I remember installing games on those large square floppy disks and it taking forever, and loving those as well. So it's been a part of me for a long time, says the star. Number 9. He's multilingual. Well, it turns out that Henry Cavill is also a skilled speaker, at least when it comes to learning languages. It appears that Henry Cavill knows 9 languages, though he admits to only being comfortable and fluent in 4 of them. Those 4 languages are English, French, Spanish, and Italian. As for why Cavill speaks so many languages, he chalks it up to an interest in different cultures back during his school days. In school, I had an interest in ancient history and Egyptology in particular. There was a historical fiction writer named Christian Jacques who wrote a series of books, sort of Egyptology based, and I really enjoyed them. I thought, if I'm going to study something, why not make it something I really enjoy? The idea was to get a degree in ancient history or Egyptology and have the armed forces sponsor me through university and join the armed forces afterward, he explained. Number 8. Superhero pets. Cavill is an animal lover guy. He works with the conservation park Dura Wildlife Conservation Trust, which helps to save the most at-risk animals in the most dangerous parts of the world. Cavill became Durrell's first ambassador in 2014. He then was met with a Livingstone fruit bat, which is on the list of critically endangered animals. Cavill decided to support and spotlight the bats by adopting one. He later named that bat Ben after Ben Affleck, who plays Batman in the Snyderverse DC film series. But that's not all, however. Cavill and his former girlfriend, Gina Carano, adopted a black and white Akita in 2014 while the actor was in pre-production for Batman vs. Superman. Henry and Gina decided to name the dog Cal, after Superman's birth name, Kal-El. Cavill then kept the dog after breaking up with Carano. Number 7. Secrets to staying strong. It's not hard to admit that Cavill is one of Hollywood's most fitness-oriented men, but what's his secret workout routine? First of all, it all comes to the diet, which is highly regimented in his case. He splits his eating up into 5 meals a day, supplementing his food intake with shakes and supplements. But what about cheating? Well, everyone does that, right? Even Henry cheats, but just 1 meal per week. His go-to? Definitely pizza. He is super careful about sleeping as well. Sleep is a crucial part of Henry's recovery. I aim for about 8, but it depends, he says about his sleep goals. So sometimes that is just impossible, so between 6 and 8. Henry shies away from heavy lifting, despite the fact that he once famously deadlifted 495 pounds. My favorite workout and also my least favorite workout is probably a good leg day. There's something enormously rewarding about finishing a leg day. There's something terrifying about going into it, and yeah, I think that's probably the right answer, but if I'm feeling pretty tired and I just want to end up leaving the gym looking good, then there's nothing better than shoulder and arms day, he says. Henry reveals that he is trying to integrate more cardio into his workouts, especially if an upcoming project requires topless scenes. When I'm coming up to a shirtless scene, there will be, I would say, 15 minutes to 20 minutes of cardio in the morning, and then gain another 20 minutes after a workout and 20 minutes before bed. Number 6. Bullied because of his looks. Actually, one of the biggest parts of the motivation behind Cavill's physical workouts is rooted in his childhood when he was bullied for being chubby. I was a fat kid, so I was an easy target. Fat Cavill was the nickname, which was a totally fair nickname because I was fat, Cavill said in an interview. The Guardian asserted that one of the reasons Cavill took up acting was because Cavill could become other characters. It provided an outlet for the Superman actor, who has since carved his physique into a superhero shape. Still, actors can hardly please everyone. Even after Cavill became the Man of Steel he is today, he encountered a new form of bullying: cyberbullying. You're peeking behind the curtain. You wonder, what are people saying about me? Oh, that's nice. Oh, how lovely, Cavill revealed. But then you find one that isn't. One that says you're only in a relationship to raise your profile or to prove you're not gay. You think, why are they being so nasty? Then you start shaping your behavior around the comments, and that's not okay. That's not healthy. Number 5. Jealous of Tom Cruise? Mission Impossible Fallout wasn't the first time Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise first met. The two megastars ran into each other years prior for the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Cavill revealed in an interview that he grew up on Mission Impossible, so the franchise held a lot of significance to him when he was cast. But he once asserted it wasn't easy getting the role. He quipped that the process of casting him was a bit rough. We fought. We physically fought. It's part of the thing. You have to wrestle to the death, and they stopped us just before we killed each other, and they say, okay, cool, yeah, you have the part. Cavill even shared that he wished he could have been a part of the next Mission Impossible. I was extremely jealous. I want to be there. I want to be parachuting off of a motorbike into a canyon. Why can't I be there? Number 4. Almost a Twilight star. Again, Henry Cavill has had a few run-ins with Robert Pattinson. The other time Cavill was considered for a role that Pattinson ultimately got was for Twilight. The popular teen book series made its way to the big screen in 2009. At the time of the film's casting, novelist Stephanie Meyer was a big advocate for Cavill since seeing him in The Count of Monte Cristo. Indisputably, the most difficult character to cast. Edward is also the one that I most passionately decided upon. The only actor I've ever seen who I think could come close to pulling off Edward Cullen is Henry Cavill. Unfortunately for Cavill, the casting director didn't agree with Meyer. They thought Cavill looked too old to play a vampire who could pass as a high schooler. So they cased Robert Pattinson for the role instead. Though Cavill later said that he had no idea he was up for the part until Pattinson was cast. Number 3. Is he the unluckiest man? Henry was dubbed the unluckiest man in Hollywood for losing on several high-profile roles. He almost played the new James Bond, but he lost the role to Daniel Craig. Before playing Superman in Man of Steel, he auditioned for the role in Superman Flyby, but that role went to Brandon Routh instead. Ironically enough, Routh wanted to reprise his Superman role for Man of Steel, but he was turned down in favor of Cavill. Now, many consider Henry Cavill one of the luckiest men in Hollywood for his high-profile role in the big-budget DC extended universe of films. Number 2. Production company owner. It seems that Cavill has ambitions behind the cameras. In 2014, he set up his own production company in partnership with his brother Charlie and British producer Rex Glenzie. Promethean Productions' first project was due to Stratton, an action-packed thriller based on the series of novels by Duncan Falconer. Having the opportunity to expand my horizons into filmmaking is incredibly exciting. Getting to work so closely with my brother in this venture is equally so, Cavill explained. Number 1. Needs a drink to dance. Actually, he is not the guy who starts dancing as soon as the music starts playing. When I go somewhere where there's music playing, I'm not the guy who runs to the dance floor. I find it awkward, but after a few drinks, I definitely enjoy a dance. Is it a strength or a weakness? I don't know. I've been told some good things from time to time, but I'm no John Travolta by any means. What do you think about Henry Cavill? Let us know in the comments below.